He's celebrating his own birthday next month. But for now, there's business to tend to. Just a few hours ago, he had his last face-to-face meeting with Mikey Garcia until fight week. He's back at the gym, preparing for the March 16th matchup.
Seeing him face-to-face and just talking about the whole event overall, I'm a little bit, anxious for this. I'm probably running off that, a little adrenaline too,
You ought to be tired. You tired? Man, you gonna crash, man. You up all the 24, man, you been up for a whole day now. Who does that, man? That's crazy. Gonna work light today, we ain't gonna go all out.
Done it many times.
Gonna work on some strategizing, blocking the jab, straight down the pipe, stepping on the outside for the left hook he tried to throw. You might see that shot. You might not just come in like that. You gotta anticipate what he gonna do. Double up. 3. Rotate. 2 up.
This just premiered about a half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. This is on my DVR. This is Spence versus, this is PBC's Fight Camp. Spence versus, hold up. This is PBC Fight Camp, Spence versus Garcia. So basically, it's PBC's docu-series. I'm not going to say they're HBO 24/7 or All Access. It's PBC on Fox's docu-series, 4 parts on Spence Garcia. Where they look into the fighters' lives. Now, normally, the first episode is usually to introduce you to the fighters, what the fight is about, what it's for, et cetera, et cetera. In this case, it's 4 parts. Showtime All Access usually has 3 to 4 parts. 4 parts if it's Mayweather, an epilogue. So, episode 1 came on, what was that, February the 23rd or the 24th? I forgot. I covered that. The video's on the channel. This episode premiered at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, March the 3rd today, 2019. It is 2:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, March the 3rd, 2019. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. People are bitching about the pay-per-view price, especially since we're getting Canelo versus Danny Jacobs for $9.99. I can dig it. But the reason why you're buying Spence versus Garcia is to see if Mikey Garcia is going to be great. This review, we're going to talk about Errol Spence. 24-0 with 20 KOs. How old is Errol Spence again? 28? 29. He is the legitimate boogeyman at 147 pounds. People don't consider Terrence Crawford the boogeyman because they still want to see him tested at 147 pounds. And he's fighting Amir Khan April the 20th, but that's still not enough. Now, a lot of people feel that PBC and Haymon are going to freeze out Terrence Crawford because he's over there on ESPN. For example, if Errol Spence wins, he can go on a fight Sean Porter or Keith Thurman. Manny Pacquiao is even saying he's going to be ringside on March the 16th for this fight. Well, he's contemplating it. Nothing is written in stone yet. Mikey Garcia is not supposed to win. Errol Spence is supposed to just run through him, but will it be that easy? Mikey Garcia's fought as low as 126 pounds. 126 champion, 130 champion, 135 champion, 140 champion. And now I'm trying to be one of the few to be a 5-division champion and fighting at 147 pounds. His body doesn't look like it belongs there. His height, he's just barely there height-wise. I mean, yeah, I think Sean Porter's about 5'6". But he's going up against the boogeyman. Like Errol Spence, no matter how you slice it, he's the man. People don't really want the fight him. Look at Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is still soul searching to fight him. Now, by de facto, Keith Thurman is number 1. He is the man to beat because he was unified WBC, WBA in 2 straight back-to-back fights. He fought Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. When he fought Luis Collazo, yeah, we saw some, issues with, his body getting punched in the stomach. And a lot of people feel Errol Spence would focus on that if they ever fought. For example, let's go look at the 147-pound division, and that's now been injected with Mikey Garcia. As you can see, he's not ranked by the IBF yet. But trust me, when the new rankings come out this week, he should be here somewhere because he's getting a title set at 147. right? Look at all these people that Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia can fight before they fight Terrence Crawford. You got Manny Pacquiao, PBC, Keith Thurman, PBC, Sean Porter, PBC, Danny Garcia, PBC, your Dennis Ugas, PBC, Jose Zito Lopez, PBC, Andre Berto, you know. It's crazy. You know, you even got Adrian Broner. So, you know, I would love to see Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crawford and Top Rank, they know the deal. They know the deal, you know. Heavy politics is at play with that fight, especially since both of these guys are on pay-per-view now. Now, Errol Spence, I don't think he wanted this fight. I know he wants the money and he likes the money, but he knows realistically how can, you know, he really get, you know, real major stripes for beating Mikey Garcia. That's the truth. I mean, yeah, Mikey Garcia is a pound-for-pound champion, but Errol Spence is supposed to win. He's so much bigger. Like, you know, okay, yes, he'll have Mikey Garcia under, you know, like if he wins, you know, he'll have Mikey Garcia on his resume. But what does that really mean? Mikey Garcia doesn't really have too much to lose because, yes, he'll be losing his if he loses. That's why we're buying the fight. That's why I'm saying, you know, to me it's worth $75, even though we know pay-per-view is dying and we know that later on in the future, you know, for boxing that this pay-per-view shit ain't going to fly, you know. But ESPN, you know, they're still trying to keep it alive. But with the streaming and everything, you know, it's getting bad. But let's stick to the point. Mikey Garcia is not supposed to win. In the third part, you know, when I do the review, because this one, truth be told, I like the number one, the first episode better. This one focused on the fighters' family lives. You know, for example, Errol Spence's family. Let's see. This shit happened. Motherfucking Eli Sickback was in there sparring. I know what y'all gonna say. TstreeT spar Fred, you a bitch. Blah blah blah. All right. But he was in there sparring. You know, Mikey taking this shit serious. Errol Spence's apartment, the fucking shit too. And one thing I like, let's get that off of here. You know, people are gonna say he motherfucking drunk. But you know, one thing I like about Errol Spence and fighters like him is like they live humble. You know, you don't see him he got a whole bunch of fucking bread. Like he rich as shit. You know, this guy's a multimillionaire. You know, but you don't see him like, you know, buying all this dumb shit and all that. You know, I'm glad that fighters like him, like they're catching on. You don't hear about him having like, you know, gambling issues and no shit like that. I mean, if he do, you know, have issues like that, they do a very good job keeping it, you know, like under wraps. What do you see anybody about his business? I know people like, it's a big issue with African-American reporters and African-American boxers where just because they're African-American, we're supposed to support them. And a lot of times that was happening with Errol Spence. But now, like, he is legitimate, you know. So he's one of those fighters that I'll say, yeah, I love Errol Spence. You know, no homo. I'm just talking about, like, yeah, he's a motherfucking man. You know, I always support his fights because he hasn't shown, like, he's always been the same. Like, and he's not the one that will duck fighters. Fighters will duck him. And when it comes to Terrence Crawford, it's the political thing. Terrence Crawford wants to fight. But both of those guys, they're affiliated with two network giants with Fox and PBC. I mean, Fox, PBC, and then ESPN Top Rank. You know, that's the type of fight where they got to build it up for the networks to come together and they got to all eat. But in regards to Errol Spence, like, they can say, okay, well, he won't fight Terrence Crawford, but we'll give you Keith. He'll fight Keith Thurman. He'll fight Sean Porter. And all those fights will be good. That'll pacify us. But the fight of the 147-pound division is Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. And, oh, my God. If Manny Pacquiao, now I know this is all disrespectful because we don't know what Mikey Garcia is going to do. I know. Mikey Garcia is highly talented, and I can't wait to see what his game plan is going to be. Mikey Garcia has the skills to box, but will he be able to keep Errol Spence off of him, who will likely go out there to try to, you know, pour tension him? You know, tension Nasukawa, what Floyd did to him. Just body beat him, show he don't belong. Look what happened after Golovkin got fed up with Kell Brook. Went out there and broke his eye socket. You know, that's what happens. Eventually, the bigger fighter goes out there and he gets fed up. What other fights I'm missing where the bigger fighter went out there and just said, nah, I'm just going to do a demolition job? However, Tyson Fury did get knocked down by Steve Cunningham, but then he got up and, you know, finished him. Shout out to Steve Cunningham. He got a nice gym. He do comics and shit too. I'm happy for him, man. Like, Haymon took care of him. You know, I don't know. Like, I'm happy for him. You know, I was kind of like, oh, he moved to Pittsburgh though, but still, you know, like he seemed like he's doing real good out there. Also like Derek James too. He seemed like a real down to earth coach. You know, cool dude. He don't seem like he have like he don't have a bad reputation. Like no type of like, you know, like he have a like solid reputation among all circles from my understanding. But anyway, this is what you can do. I don't have no fucking water. A lot of people were like, where are these episodes at? I was able to find these episodes on Xfinity on demand. So if you have Xfinity, all you got to do is, what did I say? It's under Fox on demand. Go under Fox Sports on demand. And shockingly, they have all of this stuff on there. I don't know if they have this new episode yet, but they have episode 1. They have Spence versus Garcia, the face-off. If I'm correct, they have like the 2 press conferences too. Don't hold me on the press conferences, but you can see them on the PBC on Fox YouTube page. Let me show you that now while I'm here. The 3rd episode of this, the information I'm gonna put down below in the description box. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired as shit. I haven't been sleeping. And he a boxer. Like, what is he doing staying up 24 hours? But Floyd said he'd be doing that shit too. PBC on Fox YouTube. Here we are. Here's their YouTube channel. Let's go look at it. $74.99. They did finally put the highlights up for this. I mean, not the highlights, this promo up. It seemed a little bit behind.
IBF welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. Good to see you. Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
So we just saw you there at AT&T Stadium. Is it a dream come true to fight in a venue like this, which is so close to where you grew up and essentially your own backyard?
It's definitely a dream come true, fighting in front of my hometown fans and my family, and just knowing that everybody's coming out to see me fight. I mean, it's a dream come true, something I've been waiting for a long time, and it couldn't happen at a better time.
Saw you looking up at the big Jumbotron there. Do you fancy seeing yourself on that?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, about to fill out a Cowboy Stadium and filling out a football arena. I mean, that's crazy. You only get that type of stuff in the UK, so just bringing it here to America is going to be a great event.
You mentioned the UK. You fought Kell Brook in front of, what, like 27,000 people at a soccer stadium.
How many think going to be there? Who's going?
That energy in the crowd. What are you looking forward to in that?
Well, that one is a lot.
Who's going? How many people are going to be at the fight? You know, how many tickets are... You know what? Can we go do that right now? Let me pause the video, do some real-time editing right here, and I'm going to go pull up the tickets for Spence versus Garcia. Let me see. Let's go right here first. TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe. All right, I'm back. So let's go over here, and let's go look at some Spence versus Garcia tickets. The information is going to be down below in the description box, by the way. Vivid seats. Let's just get one ticket. Let's see. How do you do this? Lowest price. 43 tickets available. This is not bad. I mean, obviously, I expect many of these tickets to go during, like, you know, fight week and shit like that. A lot of people getting their income tax. That's what usually happens. I know all these sections are probably closed. I know these shits are going to be sold out right here. These shits going to be sold out. You got to think it's Errol Spence down in Dallas, endorsed by Jerry's World, with Mikey Garcia, Mexican fan base, and also hardcore fans. And a big event like this down in Dallas. Also, anybody know if there's anything else going on that weekend down there? As you know, if you don't know, the undercard is, you know, not really, but that's because the money, the big money, is going to the main event guys. You know, I would love to hear the rumors of how much these guys make. I remember a few weeks ago, Andre Ward was, he posted something about a couple months ago about how, you know, the media should stop posting fighters' purses, and I really thought about that, and I was like, yo, it is different. It's not like it was back in the day where, like, the purses really needed to be known. you know, because of, you know, it like knowing the purses is a part of the sport. But now it just get like all these people calling you up, probably like, oh shit, I read on motherfucking that you get 1.5 million. What's up, cousin? I'm your 17th cousin on your uncle Jim side, the one that smoked the Newport 100s. Him, that's your uncle cousin. You know, I got this electric bill that be, you know, motherfuckers and shit coming and trying to get some bread. You know, but, you know, I would like to know, though, because in reality, knowing fighters' purses is a part of, like, the sport. And, like, how we know how, like, fighters, you know, gauge who should be fighting who. Like, Mayweather, truth be told, he really, you know, exacerbated this shit. Of, like, well, it's prize fighting, motherfucker. Didn't he tell it to Shane Mosley? Some shit. But anyway, I'm going to give the episode a C. Here's the thing. I want to give them all a 10 because I love them. But realistically, you know, it is a for free TV coming on a Sunday afternoon, rated PG. Premieres on a Sunday afternoon. You get with it. Like, see, I got to give it a 10 for production quality and everything. I can't rate it off of, like, how I like shit to be mature, like All Access. So, for like beginners who want to know about the fighters and learn about the sport, then yes, you're going to get the information you need. It's just that I was a little disappointed where that the first and second episode pretty much kind of focused on, you know, the same. I mean, I guess it's, you know, they had to focus on the families. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just bitching and being a little motherfucking nitpicking motherfucker. Maybe I'm just nitpicking too much. But anyway, this video's already ran too long, and also PBC Countdown is on. So, Spence Garcia. So I'm going to put the information down below in the description box for the episodes, the ticket information, and check your DVRs. The fight is coming up. You know, the fight is coming up. I may even be doing something called Discord, which is like a watch party where, like, obviously I'm not gonna be showing the fight for free. You still motherfuckers still gonna have to watch the fight, but we're gonna be like watching it together and like doing like a chat and shit. Something like that. And with my technology, I can do it better than anybody else on YouTube. We just got to get our damn monetization back, damn it. TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.